Hello, artists. I want you to turn to page 23 in your art applications workbook. And this is the page that you're going to end up seeing. So we're going to work through this page today. And notice it asks that we only use red, yellow, and blue to create your color wheel. So here are just a couple examples that I did in my sketchbook where I used red, yellow, and blue. And then I gradually lightened them by just pressing lighter. Then I made my my orange, my green, and my violet secondary colors. Now the violet's not going to end up being perfect, but we're going to do our best because I want you to kind of get used to the idea of using minimal colors to create an entire color wheel. Okay? You see some other things that are written here. We'll talk about them if we haven't already. Okay, so we're going to start with this, and to save time for, the sake of the length of this video, I am only going to fill in just a little bit of each circle. I want you guys to fill in the whole circle. Okay, make it look really nice. This is counting for a grade. So your three biggest primaries, your yellow, your red, your blue. You can put those in any order you want. It doesn't matter. But once you establish your primaries, everything else is going to have a very consistent order because your yellow and your red will make orange. Your red and your blue will make violet, and your yellow and blue will make green. In between your yellow and your green, guess what? Yellow, green. In between blue and green, blue, green. You kind of get the idea. Then blue, violet. Notice I'm always naming the primary color first, primary first. So red, violet. And this is not purple. It is violet. We don't use the word purple because Roy G. Biv ends with a V, not a P. It's not Roy G. Bip. And then we have red, orange, and yellow, orange. Okay, so we're going to start with these. So your yellow, pretty easy. We're just going to make a yellow and press really hard. This is called burnishing. Then, by the way, your yellow that you're using is going to be called a canary yellow. The red you're going to use is a crimson red. Nice, deep red. You have a couple other reds in there. And then the blue you're going to use is actually called violet blue, and I don't know why it's called violet blue. It's just blue. It's a perfect blue. It's a very, very lovely blue. So these are the three colors we're going to be working with. We're also going to work with white and black a little bit later. Okay, so let's move on. We have our green. So in order to make green, we mix our yellow and our blue, right? So I'm going to start with my yellow. I'm going to press pretty hard. And again, you guys are going to fill out the whole circle. I'm just filling out a little bit for sake of time. Then I'm going to gently put the blue on top. Notice I'm kind of going in a circular motion. Then I'm going to go back with my yellow. And you're kind of doing a back and forth, back and forth. You're seeing it sort of try to turn into a green until you get a very nice shade of green. Because you know what? Here we're going to want a yellow green. So we're going to do yellow. Always start with the yellow. Put a little bit of the blue on top. Notice I pressed even lighter. And then you're going to press even more with the green or with the yellow. So you get kind of like a yellow green. All right, let's move on to red and yellow, which make orange. So again, now if your color pencil gets a little dirty, which it might, you could always just use another sheet of paper to kind of clean it off. So we're gonna layer down our yellow. That is gonna be our solid color. Then we're gonna go in very gently with our red, going in a circular motion. And then I'm gonna go back in with my yellow to create a nice orange. So for my yellow, orange, yellow, press even lighter. So pressure becomes really important. Press really, really lightly. And then harder with the yellow. Okay, so you see a significant difference between them. And then finally our red, orange. So red, orange, we got to start with our orange. We already know how to do that. And I'm actually going to apply quite a bit more red, pressing a little harder little bit of yellow on top of that, and you can see there's a difference. So what I'm going to be looking for is a difference in your colors. Okay, so when you do take this picture to send it to me so I can grade it, make sure you have natural lighting so I can actually see the colors that you've created. Okay, let's move on to, oh, we have blue, green. Well, we'll do that later. Okay, red and blue will make a violet. This is going to be the one that's probably going to look the least like violet. You do have a nice violet in the box, but I don't want you using it here. You can use it later down below. Okay, red. Then my blue. I'm going to use my red again. And for my red violet, I'm going to use a whole lot of red. Press lightly with the blue. And that might, no, I'm going to add a little bit more red to it. Okay, and then finally blue violet. So I'm going to start with my red, and you know what, this one's pretty easy. Start with the red, and then apply blue just a little harder. So then it looks more blue than this one, less blue than that one, okay? And last but not least, blue-green. So I'm going to start by making my yellow here. And you know what? For blue-green, you just got to press harder with your blue. And you get a blue-green, okay? We move on to this, your triadic colors. Triadic colors, triad 3. That's your blue, your red, and your yellow. Why are you doing this when you just did that here? This will help you memorize everything, so trust me. And then I'm gonna have you switch to orange, violet, and grass green. So here's your green, your orange, and your violet, which is just violet. Okay, complementary colors. You know how I like to start out with my complementary colors? I add my primary colors. And a couple of ways you can figure out your complements. You can look at the color wheel and be like, well, I know that blue's complement is going to be directly across, which is orange. Well, you know what? You could do it that way. Or you can be like, well, okay, I have yellow. What's left over? Red and blue. What do red and blue make? Violet. I have red. That means yellow and blue are left over, which create green. So in all these combinations, you're still using all 3 primaries. You just keep one the same and the other 2 a little bit different. So then we have blue and we have orange. Okay. One other way you can memorize this is either the Lakers or the Vikings. This is Christmas and this is the Bears. But I think understanding that in these complementary color sets, all 3 primaries are exhibited, just that one is alone and the other 2 are a combination is the best way to think about it. Split complements. You can pick any 3, there's many of them. What a split complement basically means is if this is my yellow, this is my complement, right? The violet. You split that, and so red violet and blue violet become your complements. So let's do it. I have yellow, and then I have red violet. So you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna mix my red, and I'm gonna mix it with my violet. So I get my nice little red violet. And then I get my blue violet. So I'm gonna start with my violet, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of blue on top. And those are my complements. For these 2, you can pick any color. You can pick red, you can pick orange, you could pick red, orange, in which case, you know, you just draw a line and then you would have green and blue as red, orange's complements, split complements. Analogous colors, 3 colors next to each other on the color wheel. So the easiest thing to do is go yellow, 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 and then you get yellow, orange. So you press very lightly to get a yellow, orange. And then you press, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then you press harder to get yellow, orange. So you're still mixing your colors. Okay. So It could be any three. It could be blue, blue, violet, violet, whatever. I just want you to give me three. Monochromatic, that one's easy. Monochrome, let's go with red. So monochrome would be red. And I'm actually pressing a little lighter and lighter and lighter as I go. Why? Because a tint means I'm adding white. So I'm going to add lots of white to this. So you have this kind of gradual shift from the hue itself, which is the color. Let's do, what color should we do? Let's do violet. So here's your violet. Now shade is going to be the opposite. So I'm going to press harder. And then I'm going to press even harder. And then I'm going to add black to the last one. You don't have to press very hard. Black is very intense. I wouldn't even put any black on that one, okay? Warm and cool, think fire, think winter. So here you're gonna get your oranges, your yellows, all of these guys here. Even your red. Sometimes red could be a cooler red, but this is gonna be a red that can go here. Cool colors are gonna be your blues, your blue-greens, your violets, okay? That's it. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Turn this in by the end of the day. Ciao.